this afternoon to introduce him to you and to officially confirm that he is and will be the new head coach for the KSU Thoroughbred. Coach Smith.
Let me begin by introducing my wife, Diana. This guy. You guys, I'm sure, will get to know her a lot better. And thank you, team members, for showing up, and athletic personnel. And I'd like to start again by thanking President Burrs and Director Head for giving me the opportunity of, or I should say, us the opportunity of coming here and coaching at this wonderful university and these young men and directing this football program. So we're very, very excited about that and what there is to get done. And so with great excitement, we come back to the state of Kentucky and to this great university. The people of Kentucky, when we first came here years ago, realized that the people of this state take their athletics very serious, okay? And they do a great job of supporting that, supporting their athletics. And what we're going to do is definitely ask for their support of not only the community, but the alumni, to everybody. But we're going to command their support by putting out a quality product. Okay? This football team going on the field is going to be a quality product. All right? They're going to know how to work. They're going to develop a great work ethic. Okay? That ethic is going to take place in the classroom as well as on the football field. Okay? So when our young men leave here, all right, they're going to leave this university with a degree in their hand and as winners. And so that is our goal. And again, it's going to take everybody. We're going to have to get everybody on board, the community. As you know, the president is definitely on board. Our athletic director, the administration here is on board. And then we have to go make sure that we get everybody else on board. It is our program. You are the program. So we're going to build it. And it's going to be a great program. We're excited about it. Let me say this, probably the next thing on our agenda at this point is making sure that our players get through finals and do a great job academically in the classroom. So first thing I'm going to be doing, and we got here last night about midnight, driving back from Colorado, but anyway, we're going to sit down and we're going to talk to this football team about the things that we have to get done. Academics finishing up strong this semester, and then recruiting for next semester, next year, and the years to follow will take place after that. So meeting with the team is probably first and foremost, again, on my list, and then putting together and getting together a staff to come here to coach and to recruit. And recruiting is the next step that we're going to ask everybody to recruit, not only the community, the football team, the administration, everybody, and we're going to get the ball rolling, so we're excited. We're going to be drumming up support everywhere. We love being back. Thank you.
Coach, where are you going in this process? I mean, did you reach out to them, or a president person you reach out to Coach Smith?
I did the reaching, but I didn't.
Let me say, the opportunity to get Coach Smith back here. I was in Northern Kentucky at a meeting, and I got a call from my office saying you need to call a certain individual who helped to facilitate the initial contact and that. But we're here today because I think a lot of people have contributed to help making this possible. One of those is Representative Derek Graham, who's here, been a loyal KSU supporter, has done a number of things. But there were other people whom I will not disclose who were involved in it, who helped to facilitate the meeting. And let me tell you, from the very first phone call that we had, it was pretty clear to me that we were on the same page, same direction. And my question to him, and I asked him quite a few minutes ago, are you really going to come? And so today we have John L. Smith here.
Other questions? Yes, sir.
Coach, just looking at your long background over your day, again, some gigantic programs,
Right.
programs that are kind of off the traditional map as far as college football fans maybe. How do you summarize just this journey that you've been on now?
Well, again, the reason you get into coaching is hopefully you can make a difference in a young man's life. Okay? Now, over the last 15 years or so, it turned into a little bit bigger deal. Like, how much money can I make now? You know, that's a big deal. Money has changed everything at Division I. It really has. It's made it, I mean, it's a business. That's the way it is. Having been in Division I for all of those years, I had an opportunity to go to a Division II school out in Colorado, at Fort Lewis, where I went to work for. The president there was actually my dean at the University of Idaho. She's a great lady. And the athletic director there was my athletic director at the University of Idaho. So I got to rejoin them. And I got to learn Division II football, which, as we all know, is a little bit different. Okay? Because again, none of us are on full ride scholarships. We're all contributing to our education, some portion. Okay? So it's great to get back into that realm, at least for me, and to open my eyes again to what football is really all about. These guys are playing for the right reasons. They're playing to get an education, and they're playing because they love the game. And so that is very, very refreshing to get back to and be a part of. And I'm thankful that I had the opportunity the last 3 years to get back and to understand that a little bit. But athletics, to me, to begin with, is an opportunity and should be taking an opportunity for young men to get an education, or young women, okay? And that's what it's all about. That's the biggest thing. So I'm excited to be, again, and I think the last 3 years have helped prepare me, you know, to be in the Division II program. Yes, sir.
Did you get any guarantees on the amount of resources that you would be able to use, and how many scholarships were you told that you would have going into next year?
Dr. Burst told me that the sky's the limit. In fact, he says it's just like Division I. There's no such thing as budget. No, but here's the deal, okay? We did talk about his support, and what he wanted to do with this program, with this university, and I know with that support that I can go in, sit down, and we can discuss, talk, and then of course I'm surely expecting him to give me whatever it is I want. Yes, ma'am.
I really appreciate your talking about the success of students and them graduating, and that's the reason they're here. And so what are some of the ways and some of the key services that you use to ensure that our student athletes take part of the campus and their success academically?
Okay, we have to become a part of the community as well. Now, that not only the campus community, but the community of Frankfort, okay? So hopefully in the spring that we can develop a kids clinic to start working more with the community, get us all involved a little bit with the community and the campus. But our academic success is going to be nurtured by a boot, okay? You know, and I guess you could put fear motivation is a big part of it. And the other thing is that we're going to demand from these young men, okay, a lot. And we let them know that they are blessed individuals to have the talent they have, to have the opportunity they have to get an education. So you're going to respect that blessing, and you're going to answer the call of that blessing by getting up in the morning, going to work, and that means not only athletically, that means going to class. So the demands are going to be placed there that if you don't answer those demands and you don't do those things, then you're not going to be in the program. Okay? You're just, some guys will wash out. Okay? And that happens. And we hate to have divorce in our program. So we're going to encourage everybody, like I said, with the boot or whatever it is we need to encourage them with, to make sure they stay in, get a degree, play the game, and do what is right. But we're going to do what's right, and they will answer the demands. Because a lot of it to me is that, you know, if he knows what I expect, then he's going to give it to me. Okay? If we expect him to get a degree, we expect him to be a member of this campus and a member of this community, and to give back, then they'll do that. Yes, sir.
As far as putting together your staff, have you already reached out to any individuals, or where are you kind of in that process?
You know, I have reached out to, first thing is anytime that you leave a program, you a few of may join us, and then from there, we'll go ahead and reach out. Now, I have several people within the state, in the Louisville area, a number of different players that have played for me, that I'm still making contact with and still talking to. And the first thing is to get this thing done, the press conference done, and then get on board and put together a staff. So I don't worry about that. There's no names to release to you yet. Yes, sir.
What do you think is going to be the hardest challenge coming in and fielding a good football team?
Well, as I look at it, I don't know what the hardest challenge is. I think in any time that you take over, it's just making sure that these guys understand, okay, that there's going to be a lot of tough love, but they have to understand that we do love them, okay, and that we are going to demand. So anytime that you change over, and that change, some people will buy into the change, some people may not buy into the change, and that's when we might have to separate, okay, which we hate to say, but the biggest thing is for everybody here that is here right now to buy into this change and to what it is we're going to get done, okay, and then turn around and sell that. Biggest recruiter of people coming to our program, bigger than all of us, are these guys. And they're the ones that are going to sell the program. So making sure that that happens, that's probably the biggest challenge at this point, and just getting a lot, and we need a lot more people in the program. So again, we're going to go out and sell. We're going to make sure that we invite people to come, and we have to get our numbers up. Because right now our numbers are down. And we have great athleticism here. We just need to add to that.
John, when you came to Kentucky, you went down on these sort of changed football in the state.
Right.
You've done some,
Right.
you're going to throw it around?
Yeah, we're going to continue to throw it around. You know, and actually when I got to Louisville, it was really strange because I went to a meeting, I can't remember who it was, Boosters or whatever, and we'd line up in one back, and at that time we'd motion the back out. You know, and so I had somebody get up and ask me, Coach, don't you think when you motion that back, people know you're going to throw? I said, brilliant deduction. You know, yeah, we're going to throw the ball. Now we've added a new concept. It's called quarterback, being responsible for the quarterback and making sure that, you know, he's a running threat. Yes, but we're going to throw it around. We continue to do that. And again, as coaches, what we have to do is adapt to our personnel right now. We're going to try to develop that, and we are going to develop that and recruit to that, and recruit to our beliefs. But we may have to change a few things. If I've got 3 tight ends and they're players, you'll see us lining up with 3 tight ends and maybe running the ball a little bit. Okay? But gradually that change will take place, and we'll run one back and throw it around. But there comes a point in any ball game, like I told our young man, there comes a point in any ball game that you have to run the ball to win. Okay? So, you know, if you're ahead by 55 and you have to run the clock out, you have to run it to win. And we hope to be in that situation a lot. Other questions?
Coach Smith,
Yes, sir.
how would you be able to build upon some of the successes from this year's team? Over the past few years, the team's already been at the top of the conference as far as academics. Last year, or this past season, they were ranked, they're actually ranked number 5 now in total defense in Division II. I believe it's block kicks or block punts, they're number 1. And on the other, as far as blocks, they're number 3 in the country. They ended the regular season at number 1. Also, you had the hottest running back in the conference over the last 3 games. And you just mentioned you're going to throw the ball a lot more now.
Right.
So how will you actually be able to build upon the successes from this team?
Okay, well, I think what we have to do definitely is anytime you're going to a program, don't look away from what has taken place there. Don't turn your back on any of those traditions. So we want to build on any tradition that has been, that's a part of us. That's a part of the university. That is our history. So any of the traditions that we have here, we don't want to change those traditions. And the other thing is this, we have to go and identify, okay? And I've not really sat down and done that yet, which we're going to do in the process. And that's what I talked about coaching. Identify what we do good. What have they done well here in the past? So as we sit down and I evaluate not only the players returning, we have to evaluate, okay, what have we done good? Okay, and what haven't we, etc. And then go ahead and build on that and adapt. That's part of coaching. You better be able to adapt to your players and to what they do good. So I think you'll see that. We're going to have to identify that and then build on the good things and get rid of the bad things. Yes, sir.
First one that moved Division II, curious, did you think perhaps we're done coaching, you read that road, and also now obviously the lack of enthusiasm, but how
Right.
much do you have now looking ahead?
Well, the great thing about the change is it's like this, it charges your battery. Okay, and when you get fired up, I might be too charged up, I don't know. But it'll recharge your battery. But in leaving, okay, at that point I left the University of Arkansas and I was going back to work for friends, very close friends, who asked me to come back. They had won one game in 2 years. Okay, this last year we left with a 7-4 record, which ties I think their all-time winning record. Long story short, never thought I was going to leave coaching, but again, it was for us a chance to just maybe step back, take a breath, okay, and continue to do the things that you love and see a little different program. Now, I had been on the 1AA program, which in the past operated under 65 limit, so I was used to splitting the scholarships and working, trying to double your numbers with the amount of money you have and all of those things, and working on a shoestring. Okay, Division II, and everybody can speak to this, some more so than others, work without as many funds as you'd like, and as much as you'd like. But that's just the way it is. And we find a way to get through and we find a way to get it done. That's why I'm telling the community, we've got to get out and support you and ask you for help. Support us. So we've got to try and get more as far as the donation aspect. If that makes sense. Any other questions at all? Yes, sir.
And this one, I guess the president can actually address this as well. There's been rumors out, I did hear the president say that the rumors about the dismantling are not true. However, there's still rumors out about Kentucky State Athletics becoming an NAIA program. How would that affect your decision to come here to Kentucky State? And I guess first of all, we need to find out if that's true or not.
Well, yeah, I guess I better step back before I answer that. I guess I can help you. I don't know. Here's what my assumption would be, that he's going to evaluate the situation. If going to an NAIA program benefits this university and makes us better, then maybe that's a move that he makes. But I'm sure that, he's going to evaluate that. I mean, you're talking to a guy that's very, intelligent, number one. Okay, so he's not going to make a decision that's a wrong decision for this university. I'll let him answer that.
I guess if the answer to that is like with all decisions of Kentucky State is, we'll make the decision which is in the best interest of the institution. And we do that after we have all the facts, the information, and have vetted that to be able to come to some conclusion. So let me, in terms of where we are now, no decision has been made or any of those things. Only recently did we get a function in the athletic committee back up and operating, and the athletic committee will debate that and all the other decisions it needs to make and provide a report on which we will act.
Don't you look at this program, I mean, people from that, don't you look at this program as a program with a big upside? Yes, I do too. And coming in here, I mean, you don't know what you don't have until you don't have it, right? Okay, well, this program has a lot. I mean, there's a big upside here. I mean, we're in the capital. Okay? We are a university. Okay? And a state university. And there's people in this state love their athletics. Okay? And we just need to get, which we will do, get more students, more players, more grades, and more wins.
Okay, let me close this out by thanking all of you for being here, and understand today starts a new tradition for thoroughbred football, and we're looking for some excitement, and we're looking for the stadium each time we go out there to be packed and filled. But more importantly, at the end of the day, we're looking for these young men to be winners. Winners on the field, winners in the classroom, and winners in life. So thank you all.
I think still, health-wise, you know, I run 3 or 4 days a week. Hopefully that's carry over to some of our players. I was trying, to maybe do some crazy things that they would look at and say, well, we can do it, we can do it.
John, what are your goals for this program? I know you just mentioned.
Great, great. You know, and it's really no different than we were at U of L, Michigan State, Arkansas. Okay, number one goal here, which really is not written up there, is for everybody that walks through the door to walk out with a degree in their hand. That's the reason you're coming here. You got to get an education. Football is a means for you to get that education. Provide you that. But other than that, athletically, number one is that our seniors, they come in the door. Okay, we cannot allow them to leave and walk out the door as a non-winner. They have to walk out as a winner. So that means the first thing that I said to our football teams, wherever I'm going, is that it's everybody's responsibility in that room to make sure that these guys up front, the seniors, walk out as winners. And they're going to have a degree in their hand, they're going to walk out as a winner. And someday you're going to be sitting in that chair. And you're going to expect all of those underclassmen to play for you. Okay, so that is to build a winning program where we're not up and down, some seniors and losers. So that's number one. The second thing is a conference title. As long as we're in a conference, we're going to play for the championship. So that's always been our goal. And the third thing is, now that they do that, and particularly in Division II, you do that, you play for a national title. Okay? So we're going to have a national title as a goal. That's our third goal. Now, last year, Pueblo won the Division II national championship. Okay, I kind of pat our football team on the back. The only team to beat Pueblo a year ago was us. Okay, so we're going to aspire to beat that team and win a national title.
Talking about a program, though, you started in '98. Would you have imagined then where Louisville is now? I mean,
you know what? Again, it's hard to imagine it because of where we were at the time. Because we were fighting every day for recognition, for a league, for someone that's a part of the BCS. Because when I first came, we weren't a part of the BCS. You know, that's back when they had the BCS. So it was our goal, and I've said this all along, is that Tom Jurich made that happen. Tom Jurich had great vision in seeing that we have to position ourselves, okay, at the top of where we are, because there's going to be a change coming. There's going to be a change someday. All these conferences are going to realign. Now they've all realigned. And again, he deserves a pat on the back because he saw it coming. They positioned themselves. We positioned ourselves, of course, when we were at U of L, to move to the next level, to move to another league. And now they're in, you know, one of the best leagues in the country. So you can't go any better than that.
Gentlemen, what is your philosophy for raising this profile for this program? I mean, is it kind of the same thing that you did like in Louisville and maybe at Pueblo?
Exactly. You know, it's the same deal, okay? To me, it's all about the product that you put out there, okay? So it starts there. We have to put out a good product on the field. People are going to want to come and see, and that the downtown people here are going to want to support. And if we do that, okay, then they'll support it, and they'll come, and they'll show up. It's kind of like the old, you know, build it and they'll come. Well, we have to build it. It's like when we first came in, okay? I said about the UK game, okay? It's our responsibility to make this a rival not theirs. And at that time, it wasn't. Of course, now it is, which is really good. So that's the process we have to go through here.
At this level, John, how much of your job is just beating the hustings and getting resources?
I think definitely more so than Division I, without a doubt. But having been at the 1AA and then at Division II now, yeah, part of my job is going to be going out to the community, you know, and hey, I'm not afraid to ask, okay? Can you support us? Can you give us something, you know, that'll help this program? So I'm going to end up having to do that. That's just part of Division II. But again, we're providing those kids an opportunity to go to school.
John, what's your latest challenge? You've climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, you've ran with the bulls. Is there anything, first of all, what was crazier, and is there another challenge you see in the future?
Well, there's always challenges out there. I still have one goal to go out and ski the glaciers of the Grand Teton. I grew up next to the Grand Teton, so I want to go out and ski that glacier in the summertime when it's nice and bright. But other than that, you know, this is a challenge. I get a lot of challenges every day, but this is going to be a challenge, one that you look forward to, when you get excited about. And, it's a little bit of a mountain here, but we're going to climb it.
What did you enjoy better? Did you enjoy climbing Mount Kilimanjaro or running the bulls?
You know, I think maybe climbing the mountain, just because I got two of my sons to go to that. One of my sons went with me when we ran with the bulls. Running with the bulls is insanity, total insanity. But climbing the mountain was much more intentional, fortitude, those type things. Jumping out of the airplane was the worst ever. So don't.
Also, what did you know back in the year? When was it that you knew that Bobby Petrino was an offensive genius?
Well, I thought at a young age when Bobby first joined me, he was there 1 year with me, and then I lost my offensive coordinator, who's gone on to Washington, a lot of different places. He went to Arizona State, I think, at that time. And Bobby had done enough, shown me enough within that 1 year period of time that I remember calling him and said, let's get together tonight and sit down. This was right after I lost my coordinator. And he looked at me and I said, well, you're going to coordinate. Okay. So he showed me at an early age, and I knew his father well, that you know, he's capable of getting it done without a doubt. So I had no qualms in making him a coordinator.
John, don't you hang on to your Michigan State stuff? Because green.
I do.
Green's
What do you
your
think?
color again.
What do you think? Now I got my green boots out. It's good to do. It's good to see. I find another use for them. It's kind of recyclable. I'm just a recyclable guy.
Coach Smith,
Yes, sir.
going back to the resources, and the reason that the question was asked because none of the previous coaches were given the resources that they really needed to compete and win. And actually, in my opinion, they did a marvelous job given what they were given. In fact, this year's coaching staff was allotted 14 of a possible 36 scholarships.
Right.
And it's very hard to do anything with that. And I think Lane College was the only other institutional program in the conference that had lower scholarship numbers.
Yeah.
So
Well, see, and those are things that I'm not aware of at this point, exactly where we sit in relationship to the rest of the league. Okay? And then it's President Burr's job, and it's my job to get out and raise money to pay for those guys and to get that scholarship level up. Because again, eventually, we want to be at 36. We want to be where everybody else in that Division II is. Okay? So it's a matter of us going out and not sitting here and whining about the fact that I don't have any money. Let's go get some money. Let's go get some funds raised. So I'm going to be out asking people and trying to get that done, but that's a crucial factor, and I think without a doubt President Burr understands that factor, and together we just have to get it done, climb the mountain together.
Have you talked to the Alumni Association president or the foundation?
I have not
president
yet.
He's not met with anybody at this point. Coach, we want to thank everybody for coming out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. Mark Story from Herald.
Yeah, Mark.
See you again, welcome back.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Congratulations.
Tell everybody back to
Rice.
stations, hey,
I will. Yes, sir.
okay?
Hi, Coach.